Did you watch the final? That was a woo-woo. I'm so glad that Argentina didn't win. Cause bro, Chiniaki allegedly harmonized. Aya. And yeah, my chin is not harmonized. Bro, your chin is a diamond. And even if it lands inside the water, they crash. Bro, I don't even know why they bother to give us floating devices because chubulu. Anyway, it's initiation season. They're sharpening the pencil. The pencil doesn't look good with the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Ezekiel. First time I heard of this guy was during Shakahola. By the way, we completely forgot about Shakahola. Alhola, what is happening in the Shaka? I bought the chicken, okay? If I bought the chicken, you are eating the neck. I don't care. It is okay, me Friday. What's good? It's another awesome Friday, and I'm your host, the Comic Con Books. And you know what time it is when you see me on a Friday. It means we are going on a journey across Africa. First things first. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in onto Boxpod TV. Have you subscribed? Why not? That's the best way to support the content on this channel. Hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, share, and if you really just want to support us, you can also become a member, because every week we guarantee that you're going to get the news from all across Africa. Guys, it has been a busy week. We're going to start off in Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride. We have just arrived at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. And what is this I'm hearing? There is a fake university?
How much have you paid?
Run the tape.
Huh? 1.3.
No admission letter. When you enter at the back of the seat, you start sitting down at the back of the seat.
Laughing yourself.
Then you lap yourself. Yeah?
Go and lap yourself. Everybody.
Go down. Lapping.
Lap yourself. Even the parents may not know that she's currently in Badagry.
Where's your dad? Where's your beside you? Kogi State.
How do you communicate your mom when you said she don't have anything?
Through my siblings.
Did they promise you of traveling out of the country?
The first question I have is, why are they being made to hold hands like they're in school? So allegedly, what you're seeing there is students who, this is an alleged university, a fake university. And it's in a building, a 2-story building, where a 3-bedroom house, where they were looking to host a university. Now, they were doing admissions. And while they were doing admissions is when the popo were like, and someone snitched. And then the popo came, and what they do? They arrested everyone, including the students who were there. Now, what have the students got to do with this? They were also victims, but you're a victim until proven innocent. So this story is so wild. Why? Because I know that there's someone watching this and they know another fake institution, maybe in their country, maybe in their city. But while I was watching this story, it reminded me, first things first, would you rather go to a fake university or just get the fake papers, right? Because can you imagine the students after you finished semesters, the lecturer making you feel like you're dumb or whatever, and then you struggle and your parents work hard to pay for this uni that you're going to, and we know damn well you ain't in no uni. It's fake, right? But you graduate and din is when they find out, who is the certificate is look fake. This is such a crazy story. But this story also reminds me of another neighbor next to Lagos. Let's get on the plane. Let's arrive in Accra. And in Accra, there was a story which was actually more wild than this story of the university. This uni story happened this week. But the story from Ghana, let's journey back to about 8 years ago, where a US embassy was found in Accra. But guess what, guys? It was fake. fake diplomats, fake offices, fake everything, right? And these guys managed to collect millions from desperate Africans who are always trying to go where? Abroad. A fake US embassy, guys. But before you say, hey, Africans are cons, bro, it's not the only country that has had a fake US embassy. Because let's be real, it's not only Africans who are trying to go abroad, even Indians. You need to find out that story in India. But guess what? This is not about India, this is about Africa. All right, now that we're in Accra, Charlie, what should we have for lunch before we cross over to Gambia, right? Because in Gambia, I saw this story and I was like, every single week, there's a story of either a boat that has capsized like this one, where allegedly 144 people lost their lives trying to cross over to Europe. These stories happen weekly. And one country that I've realized is probably top 3 of trying to cross over to Europe, Gambia. So, what do you know about Gambia? Aside from that, they have a very small population. I think they're less than 5 million. I think they're like 5 million, right? Anywho, it turns out that those 5 million people in that country are not trying to stay there, right? They're trying to leave, okay? And so this story is of a young boy. I think it's called Fortune. Fortune plays football. Fortune got an opportunity to travel to Sweden because of his football. And then when he arrived, Fortune knows ball. For real. Because Fortune understood that the only fortune he has is his name. And at home, there is no fortune. But he is fortunate enough to travel to Sweden, to Europe. And what did he do the moment he arrived? He's a runner. He's a track star. Yep. This professional football player disappeared. Now, do you know how difficult it is for Gambians to get visas at this rate? Right? Because the moment you arrive like this, it's not the first time. There's so many stories of Gambians who arrive in Europe, disappear. But am I saying it's a Gambian thing? No, bro. It's a good population of Africans who are trying to get out of here. Ethiopians, Eritreans. I rarely hear about Kenyans. Kenyans are scammed. We're scammed, right? We're going for jobs, scam, right? We're not trying to live there. We're not trying to be immigrants. You just want jobs, right? And we end up in scam centers, right? I've heard of Ugandans. I saw some Ugandan babes asking the government to bring them back. TZ, I've also seen your girls in abroad begging the government to bring them back. So it's a thing. It's not just Gambia, but for this story, Gambia, they have a runner and a track star. Guy was not only good in football, he's also good in running. I'm killing myself, man. It's Friday. Yeah. So do we sit in Gambia kidogo before we cross? I don't know. Is there anything interesting going on in Gambia aside from this story? I think we'll come back next week. For now, let's get to another country. I need sound effects for this show. Yeah. We're gonna cross over to Uganda. If we're talking about immigration, I mean, we cannot leave Uganda behind. You know, South Africa has been working hard to get rid of Africans, illegal Africans from South Africa. Aye, but at the rate at which you guys are moving, we don't even know who's illegal and who's nini. Because have you been following the story of the Nigerian South African girl? She was supposed to run for Miss SA. Oh, you don't know the story? I got you! You're in the right place. All right. So the year was, I think it was 2 years ago. And this lady popped out of nowhere. She said, you know what? I'm going to run for Miss South Africa. And guys, she's a pretty bombshell. Look at her. And the moment she announced herself, hi, I'm Adentishna. I've forgotten the name. And I'm going to be running for Miss South Africa. South Africans are like, which one is this from Nigeria coming to run for Miss South Africa? And it became such a scandal, guys. So much so that this girl had to go and run somewhere else. I think she ran for Miss Nigeria. It's a true story. Anyway, fast forward this year. So when the story came out of that she was running for Miss South Africa, South Africans were digging. The next thing, it turns out that her mom allegedly entered the country with illegal papers. 10. Now, when this immigration storo has popped up, guess what? She's having to defend her citizenship. And let me tell you, South Africans don't like Africans. Run the tape.
Yo, Jamas. Yes, can you? And Jamas demo. Jamas demo. Kotuka, Chitima, Kotuka. Kotuka. Go home. Nigeria is your home. Nigeria is your home.
Identity thief. We won't accept you in South Africa.
Go home.
Those identities you stole.
You're crazy, my friend.
Amba Kotuka.
I mean, somebody took their time, woke up, went to the court to stand out there to tell this girl with her chest, go back home. This is why we say this thing. Like, South Africans kind of look like they don't like Africans. Might be bad publicity, but goddamn it. When you see evidence like this, because here we work with run the tape. We run the tape. We're not fake. Anywho, so that's what's been happening in South Africa. So where were we? Which country were we? Uganda. Now you're probably wondering what has South Africa got to do with Uganda. That when immigration, when South Africa gave a deadline, they said 30th of June, get out of here, right? Countries were struggling to find planes to pick their people from their countries, right? And note, these people are illegal. But anyway, I digress, right? So Uganda, which is the country we're in, right? We have landed at Entebbe Airport, but because we are going all the way to what do you call it? What's the capital? Kampala. We're going to land. Which, by the way, if you have never landed in Entebbe, it is quite utajishikilia hivi kwa sababu ni Lake Victoria kwa hapo, and I don't know why they put the airstrip so close to the water. Anywho, so now we are now taking a 2-hour drive to Kampala because there's traffic. Yeah. Anywho, so we've arrived in Kampala, and now we're meeting the returnees from South Africa, because not only did the government take them back, it is also giving them each 2 million Uganda shillings, guys. Run the tape. It's 2 million Uganda shillings. It's 2 million Uganda shillings. But hey, that's better than nothing. Considering you left your country, you had nada. Ulitoka tu na hile nguo yenye kwa mgongo yako. Yeah, the clothes on your back. And the government, the president, has said, you know what? Come back. We're going to give you some money at least to get situated. Because there were other people. I saw this video of this, I think she's Malawian, and she was having to leave her business. Like everything you've built, everything you've set up illegally. I'm digressing. And she now has to leave it because the South Africans are out there outside her salon telling her, leave, this lady is going to take over your salon. You know what she did? Run the tape. She smashed that shit. She smashed everything. She's like, you want this stuff that I've worked for? Go and make your own, right? Anywho, so that's Uganda. After they were given the 2 million Uganda shillings, man, they've been put in training. Guys are doing left, right, center, march back to discipline and back to patriotism of the country. Because what took you? What took you to go and illegally position yourself in someone else's country? You must learn patriotism. And so, I know you think I'm playing, guys. Run the tape.
Decided to run away thinking there are greener pastures in South Africa. Not knowing they've left the greener pastures here. When they reached there and became like the prodigal son, they were sleeping on streets, lacking what to eat.
1/10. Exercise, move. Two stroke 5. Exercise, move. Two stroke 5. Exercise, move.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is honestly, this is better than what Kenyans or what other African countries I've seen doing. They're just bringing their people back. I've not heard of any country that's giving their people money back and repatriating them by reminding them to be patriotic. Or should I call it repatrioticing them? Not repatriating and repatrioticing. Guys, it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm having a good time. While we're in Uganda, can we talk about what's going to happen tomorrow? If you've got Ugandan friends, tomorrow don't even bother trying looking for them. Yeah? If you're planning to go to Uganda tomorrow and you know you lazy, I'm talking to you. If you're going to be in Kampala or anywhere in Uganda tomorrow, between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., friends, and you know very well you don't like to clean nothing, you better not go to Uganda, because tomorrow, for the first time, they will be launching their National Cleanup Day, which will be happening every last Saturday, or is it first Saturday of the month? And the first one is tomorrow. And so, this is what they're saying.
As a country will ever have a National Cleaning Day. Now, starting this particular weekend, the 25th of July, 2026, it's going to be the National Cleaning Day. It means that you people who like to use motor vehicles on Saturday morning,
And you who like your border.
and us who like to jog, traffic will be paused for quite a bit.
Uganda have said the country will be cleaned by force, by fury. And by the way, remember now they have quorum because, you know, the repatriates are back, right? And then they look like they have energy, right? So tomorrow is going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Now, they tried to introduce... I was thinking they tried to introduce this to Kenya, all right? The former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. He mentioned one day on the podium and he was like, yo, we're going to have a National Cleanup Day. Hey, guys said, what about the people who are paid to clean? You remember, guys, you are guys, right? Whether you like it or not, what do I always say on this pod? Ukiona cha mwenzako chanyolewa, tia chako chublu. Because Rwanda is doing it. Uganda has picked up. TZ most likely will get it done, right? And then Kenya, whether you like it or not, we're going to get there. But let's just be honest. There are some cities that just need this. At number one, I'm going to put Kenya Nairobi, because let's be honest, this city is dirty, right? And it does need a once a month cleanup session from all of us, right? Lagos should be number 0. On top of before one, right? You guys definitely need a National Cleanup Day, right? Or week. You need National Cleanup Month, Cleanup Year, right? Because you things gotta be clean, okay? Which other city? Hit me up in the comment section. Which city do you know for sure they need a National Cleanup Day? Because, you know, Rwanda is about to get some competition from Uganda. All right, we're done with Kampala. Unless you guys have a story to tell me, no? Okay, let's keep moving. Now we're going to get in the plane and go all the way back to OR Tambo. Bye-bye, Entebbe. We'll see you again. It's about a 4 or 5 hour flight. No, should be. If it's 4 hours, should be a 4 hour flight. 4 hour flight from Entebbe. I don't know if there's a direct flight, but we're on Uganda Airlines or we're SA Airlines, whatever the case. We have arrived. And here we are in Johannesburg, where Ben 10s have taken over. You thought it was a Kenyan thing? Bro, Ben 10 is international. So, here is a politician and a civil servant standing in front of the podium and telling the women, Ben 10s are finishing them and finishing their careers. If you think it's a joke, run the tape.
The downfall of women in leadership, especially us women in politics. I felt maybe I must say it, this thing. I must take it out of my chest. The downfall of us women. Look at all the women. who removed. Some of us very old because of Ben 10. That's what is happening, man. Am I lying? I'm not. That is our downfall. You are given power. You are given a municipality, a Mama Maria Malachi. And then somebody here just come. Some boy that you saw growing up make you change. I know, man. No. I must say it. You know, the day I was appointed an MEC Makam, and one brother of me warned me about this. You know, the people will tell you how beautiful you are, and you will even think, Mara, I have not done any plastic surgery. I'm still Pope. I was told, Mara, my nose is still the same. My ears are still, Mara, you are the most beautiful woman. That's men. When they want to run the budget here, Department of Health, that's how you men are.
You imagine you've worked hard, you've ground. Ground is the future tense of grinding. Okay, cool. So you've ground your whole life, right? You've been working hard, or should I say you've hustled. You've hustled your whole life, right? And then you've gotten to this prominent position because, you don't just get there till you've woken up and you're just like, right? You have to work your butt off, right? You're working nights so that you can get to that place. And then you get to that place and there's some young thing with some six-pack, everything is in the right place, is going to make you lose your career. We hear about men, right? Because the moment men get money, they find some young babes. But it's also equal for babes. So what am I saying? Sponios is an equal opportunity sport. Even women are sponios internationally. So Bentens are working hard right now to draw. Like you can find a proper politician's career collapsing because of a Benten. Eish. Let's do better. But anyway, Bentens, kazi kwenu. There's a guy right now, you're watching this and you're an aspiring Benten. They've started to discover your tactics. So move faster. From Ortambo, we're now at Jomo Kenyatta International Kiosk. Guys, let's be honest. Our airport looks like a kiosk. Until we fix it. JKIK. Anyway, we're now at the JKIK airport. And note, the flights that fly from, especially that land from Africa, bro, see, it's the canteen and the side there that has the foil. That foil side of the airport. If you've not been to the airport, Google. It's a fucking foil. Anywho, now that we have unfolded ourselves in Nairobi, guys, a lot of non-believers always say, show me the proof to believe that miracle. Am I speaking to you? Have I touched a nerve? Hey, you see pastors performing miracles and you're like, show me the evidence. Well, Kenya is not playing, okay? Kenya is not playing. One of the most popular prophets, I'm going to tell you about two. One, Prophet Owuor, last week on the podium of his church, he gathered a bunch of lawyers and doctors, lawyers, professionals, advocates of the High Court of Kenya. Not the High Court. Because I know this story sounds crazy, but it's true. Miracles are real, according to these lawyers. But guys, I don't know if I can trust lawyers. Especially lawyers who defend criminals. I'm not pointing at any particular one on that stage, but you know what I'm saying? So anyway, here he is, Prophet Owuor, and here are lawyers on the podium saying they can confirm that this man has healed people from HIV/AIDS.
With me, hawa mnaowaona hapa wote ni mawakili, na kuwa wakili lazima usome miaka 4 kwa university, utoke uende Kenya School of Law mwaka 1, urudi ukae chini ya wakili mkubwa kwa miezi 6, kisha uitwe kama wakili na uwekewe kofia na Chief Justice wa taifa la Kenya. The Mightiest Prophet did a miracle. The naysayers doubted that miracle and started propaganda that is not true. Out of that, wrong message was given to the world that it was a fluke, haikuwa miujiza ya ukweli. Kanisa likakuja kwangu, na yule ambaye alisemekana eti hakuponywa akaja kwangu. Tukamwambia hili ni jambo rahisi, nenda piga ripoti, fanya complaint. Complaint ikafanywa kwa serikali, sababu wale ambao nitaleta hapa wawili walikuwa kama sisi ambao hatukuwa na virusi vya ukimwi, wakapata virusi vya ukimwi, wakaenda kwenye hospitali za serikali, wakapimwa, wakapatikana wana virusi vya ukimwi na serikali ya taifa la Kenya. Wakawekwa kuanza kuchukua madawa, wakatibiwa. Walipopata fununu ya kwamba Prophet, the Mightiest Prophet, has a crusade, kwa imani yao na kwa kuamini kwamba kuna uponyaji kwa njia ya miujiza, walijichukua wenyewe, wakaombewa, wakapona. Haya, lakini Prophet aliwaambia, rudi kwa wale waliowapima, wakasema mna virusi, wa confirm kama kweli mumeponya. Wakarudi kwa zahanati za hospitali za serikali ya taifa letu tukufu, wakapimwa. Walipopimwa ilikuwa ni mshangao kwa wale madaktari. Wakarudia kupimwa tena, wakarudishwa kupimwa tena, mwisho wakapimwa na ikadhihirika wazi kwamba wako sasa negative.
Here is a guy, he has gone and got people with their profession, with their careers on the line saying, this is real. And I'm still not believing it. I don't know what I need to see. I need to see maybe a decomposed body brought back to life. Oh, wait. Kenya doesn't disappoint on these things. Here is Pastor Ezekiel, is another top prophet in Kenya. Pastor Ezekiel, first time I heard of this guy was during Shakahola. By the way, we completely forgot about Shakahola. Anyway, next week I'll do research and come back with holla what is happening in the Shaka. So that's the first time I ever heard of this pastor, right? And it was in a weird light, but he was vindicated. So here he is, raising the dead.
Wewe utaishi. Nachukua uhai kutoka kwa mtoto wa mpango wa kando na kurudishia hapa. Pokea uhai uishi. Hii mauti iende kwa mtoto wa mpango wa kando, wewe uishi. In Jesus name. Yes. Kwa jina la Yesu Kristo. Mami, nenda ule. Si akwai.
I don't know if the baby is looking at him like, yo, I went for a nap, I came back and I'm in front of a podium. Yo, but for real though, I still don't believe this shit. Personally, I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm just saying, even with what this, I'm just saying, nah. Okay? But then that's my skepticism, because I don't trust people. I don't trust humans. I don't trust you. But please remember to subscribe. I may not trust you, but I trust your subscription. Right? Because humans lie. Humans lie. Governments lie. People lie. Pastors lie. Everybody lies. So I'm just saying, I don't know what I need to see to believe that miracles are real, especially from these pastors. I truly believe that miracles happen, but I don't know what to believe, because you see, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. Pastors lie so much that even when we see something, we're like, okay, I'm going to leave it here. You tell me, do you believe this shit? I mean, do you believe this stuff? Let me know in the comment section. Let's get back on the plane, and we're going back to South Africa, because there's some story I saw and I was just like, it got me thinking, why are we as Africans so hell-bent on going back? Like every time I hear about tradition and culture in Africa, we must go back to our ancestors. Like, nigga, if our ancestors were so great, how they get colonized? Nah, don't answer, I'm kidding, right? But like, do we genuinely believe that our ancestors were smarter than us? The reason I'm asking this is because there's some traditions that we uphold which I feel are ridiculous. Especially with technology and new medicine. What the fuck? So this story is in South Africa, where it's initiation season. Yeah, they're sharpening the pencil. And the communities go back to their villages to get this done. And in the process, over 30 boys have died from getting initiated, from sharpening the goddamn pencil, which you can go to the hospital, which can be done when the boy is a baby, which can, some choose to just pull up with the hood. You know what I'm saying? But does someone have to die for this? Right? I've had guys who said that, honestly, they don't believe in circumcision. But I don't know what I think about circumcision. I don't know whether I should be for it or against it. But one thing I know, the pencil doesn't look good with the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what I believe when it comes to circumcision. If there are health benefits, then maybe, right? But because of tradition back in the day, I don't know, man. I truly don't believe in going back. I believe in moving forward. We here can come up with logical, we are the Wahengas. We can come up with things logical and say this is who we are moving forward. But yeah. So yeah, 30 plus boys died getting circumcised. And I just feel like that's crazy. And it's not the only place where we've had this happening. And first, we do not condone circumcision of women. It's a no. FGM is no, right? We're talking about boys, which I still don't know what I feel about it. Yeah, but hit me up in the comment section. I'd love to know, do you think do you believe that Africa's best is behind us or ahead of us, right? Should we be going back to look at what did my ancestors say about me eating? Because those are the same ancestors who told my uncles that it's okay for them to eat the gizzard, the drumstick, and for girls to eat the neck. Nigga, I bought the chicken, okay? If I bought the chicken, you are eating the neck. I don't care, honestly. And these are all traditions. These are our ancestors who thought about these things. And I'm not saying that our ancestors were dumb with the information they had, because I truly believe that life is an experience of collective human intelligence. Like, we're all here to just experience and then add our experience into the collective human intelligence, which we all live from collective human intelligence. Whatever our ancestors were doing, we learned from what we drop, what we are moving forward with, and then we get here. But that's what, with the information they had of the collective human intelligence, they thought, this is what we should be doing. Going to the river, standing there with a old razor blade, and then all boys are cut with the same goddamn thing, right? But that was before things like HIV and diseases, right? So doing the same initiation ceremonies, I mean, you have to include new technology, urban medicine, so that we're not, even our ancestors, I'm sure, just in a story like that, even the ancestors are like, don't blame me on that one. That is your personal idiocy, because it's 2026. You could have gone to anyway. I digress. Just let me know what you think about this. If you're those guys who think that circumcision shouldn't be a thing, also I'd love to hear from you. Male circumcision. Hit me up in the comment section. Have you ever heard of someone surviving a plane crash? Yeah, do you remember last year there was an Indian plane that crashed and only one guy survived? One guy. But then he's done an interview and as much as he survived, he's got this something called survivor's remorse, where everyone else died and you survived. It's not an easy burden. I'm not speaking from experience. It's Friday, guys. Anywho, there's a plane from Air Benin, right? No, Air Enugu, right? Enugu. It's from Nigeria. Benin, the country, it was flying to Benin. Anyway, it crashed in Benin.
This is why I don't put my mouth in Nigeria matter. Do you believe that people were attacking me? Oh, Daddy Freeze, what if it's the pilot that saved the day? Okay. What if things like this happen across the world? Listen to excuses. All right. Yes, air mishaps happen across the world. Is it with the same frequency? Let's ask that first question. The frequency with which they occur here and the frequency they occur there, is it the same? Now let's talk about this. Let's look at the rescue efforts. Okay, it's not the pilot's fault. The aircraft had a problem. It's not the airline's fault. All right. Is this how they are supposed to be coming out of the bush? Where are the ambulances? Where are the rescue teams? Where are the helicopters? Where are the emergency services? Where are all the things that are supposed to be put in place for these people? I can't believe that they are jumping out of the bush. What if snake go bite them? Now inside bush be this. What if bandits go kidnap them? How do you survive a plane crash and yet you are still exposed to bandit risk, snake bite risk, falling inside the bush by yourself, wounding yourself risk? You see, this is why you deserve your leaders. Mediocrity is part of our culture in this part of the world.
Right, so it took off in Enugu. A few minutes later, it crashed in Benin. Now, why am I telling you the story? Is everybody survived. Imagine taking off on a plane and landing and everybody in the plane survived. And here's a guy sharing with us, if you understand Pidgin, round the table.
I survived plane crash today. So now so I for take by. Now so all these big dreams for take go. I feel say plane crash only for movie and maybe for social media videos. Until I experience and today, our plane crashed today. Like we day up, serious rain they fall, serious rain. As I look in the mirror, all the mirrors don't blow. I know even they see outside. I can't ask myself, how pirates still they see? Now when it reach time to land, when we don't reach our destination, pirates can't find way to take land. Pirates not even they see. Like if the windows blow, pirates can't rotate for up. They find way. They rotate, they find way. Now so it lose control. Can't go enter bush. Now so our plane. See people they break head, they break leg. Guy. I witnessed plane crash today. The reason why our plane no catch fire now because the serious rain they fall. Now so for take by. Now so this big dream for take go. Now so triple pin for take go. But I come out with no single injury, not even body pain, nothing.
I'm not going to get into details, but he's basically saying he survived a plane crash. Let me tell you, if I, God forbid, ever survive a plane crash, from that day, you feel like God's chosen, right? And that's what the guy is saying over there. Imagine you've taken off on a plane and then you're just seeing it. The pilot is saying, fasten your seatbelt. It's as if the seatbelt will save you, right? Because we know we are not on the ground. We are in the air, right? And most of the time when the plane crashes, it bursts into flames or it doesn't land in water and you have the floating device, you can see that when it landed in mud, okay? So floating device, 99% of the time, the plane does not land inside the water. And even if it lands inside the water, they crash. Bro, I don't even know why they bother to give us floating devices because chubulu. Anyway, yeah, the guy survived. And you can see, I know that his aura is going to be different. When you meet this Chinedu next time, his aura is going to be different because when he's gone through something that, and he doesn't have survivor's remorse because everybody survived, right? Damn, the things you can leave your house today thinking you're going to arrive and be grateful. Now that we finished Africa, I think I first want to say, man, the World Cup. Did you watch the final? That was a woo-woo. I'm so glad that Argentina didn't win because they were on some bullshit. Hey, Argentina was on some crazy shit. But anyway, the World Cup is done. And unfortunately, we might not be able to recognize Vini Jr. ever again. Have you seen what he's done to his face? They're calling it chin harmonization. Because, bro, chin yake allegedly ekwa harmonized. Right? Aki, this story inafaa kuita Jipende. Whatever that means to you. Because it turns out that, I mean, we all know that Vini Jr., this 26-year-old Brazilian guy, is constantly bullied. He plays for Real Madrid. I'm sure you've seen all the times he's called a monkey. He's constantly having to defend himself. And I feel like, you're 26, man. This is bound to go into your head and you think that probably they're calling me this because of the way I look, right? That's one aspect. I'm just getting into Vini's head. Number two, the availability. Even in Kenya. Bro, let me tell you. Yes, I said bro. Wewe. Kijana. My guy, do you know, because of a guy like Vini Jr., there will be many, many more men and young boys who will get their chins done. Because they'll start looking at themselves and still saying, oh yeah. And yeah, my chin is not harmonized. Bro, your chin is a diamond. See what I did there? I know you find me Vani. Guys, it's Friday. It's Friday. No, but for real. Think about it. Do you know how girls started getting big bums? Kim Kardashian. The moment, and then doctors started saying you can get the Kim Kardashian bum. Do you remember? There was a time, let me tell you a story. Was it first or second time I went to Dubai? And it was the Formula One that was going down. And women had come from all over the world, including myself. We're going to watch the Formula One in Abu Dhabi. And I remember walking through the mall and asking myself, how many Kim Kardashian lookalikes are there in Dubai? Because everybody had done the procedure. They'd gone to their doctor and said, give me the Kim Kardashian. That's what influencing looks like. It just takes one person to do the procedure. It is pronounced. Everybody's talking about it. And the next thing, there will be young boys. Because how many Africans or Black people do you know who openly do surgeries, men, and talk about it? Right? So we know. And by the way, in football, it's common. It's common for sports personalities to get different surgeries. I mean, they're even saying that Ronaldo's chin was done and there's so many other people. But for Vini, we can't recognize the guy. Can his phone even, like, when he goes now after the procedure, it's like, yo, the phone is like, try again. Right? Us guys who have FC 2025, FC 26 going to FC 27, like, now we are playing and we're playing with the former face of Vini. But I also have to say that when it comes to these procedures, from everybody that I've spoken to who's done them, they say that there's an itch inside you, right? There's a thing inside you where you've been looking and you're saying, you know, I kind of don't like the way this thing looks. And then there's the availability. There's doctors, there's people all across the world who, now it's not that you have to travel all the way to Turkey to get your teeth done, to get your hair plugs, it's still Turkey. But there are other places you can get this done. In another 2 years, bro, there will be chin shops. There'll be a shop in Tao called Chin Chin. Come do your chin chin, Vini chin chin, right? And it will be 21-year-olds who are getting it done. I'd love to know. Because, and the fact that he's done it so early, even before he starts getting a double chin. Because you know, the older you get, the now another chin grows. So is he going to fix that one as well? And you know what they say about plastic surgery? It is addictive. It's addictive. You do one and then you're like, right? There's actually a channel from China where they talk about all these procedures that Chinese people are doing because of the accessibility. Like, Every fifth shop is a guy who's saying, yo, I could fix your eyes, I could fix your eyesight, I could fix your toes, right? I could give you 6 toes. I could give you 10 toes on 1 foot. These are real things people are doing, just augmenting themselves, changing them. This is not even augmenting. There's augmenting and then there's also changing yourself. Anywho, I'd love to know from you. What are your thoughts on Vinny's look? Are you for it? The most important thing in this whole thing is that he feels good about himself, because at the end of the day, that's why you do it. I hope you're not doing it for somebody else because somebody told you, but you're doing it because of how it makes you feel. But I can't help but think that all those people that have bullied Vinny, I call him Vinny, it's on a first name basis, have played a huge part in having him change. In fact, dare I say, racism has won. Ama? Anywho, that's how we're going to finish the show for today. And yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Remember to leave a comment. Work hard, man. And also, we'll catch you again next Friday, same time, same place. Make sure you make it a watch party, because very soon we will be having our first event of the year. Follow our socials to know where we're going to be at. We're going to have a live recording and some awesome people that are going to show up for that, including yourself. Before I leave, today I'm not going to leave you with the weather. I'm going to leave you with the wise words of a leader that that inspires you as an African, right? We're talking about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Kapow!
Les Occidentaux sont venus pendant 400 ans nous déporter à le travail, nous tuer de toutes les manières possibles. Mais l'homme noir a résisté toujours. Et pourquoi c'est aujourd'hui que nous pouvons nous rendre compte de ça, résister et changer la faveur? Pourquoi? Tellement ils nous ont traumatisés, nous barbarisés, que nous-mêmes on les aime maintenant, on les aime plus que nous-mêmes. C'est ça le syndrome de Stockholm dont je parlais. C'est ça le problème. Et si on ne prend pas conscience de ça, on est perdu. On est fini. Parce qu'ils continueront à nous terminer d'une manière ou d'une autre.
These people had decided to run away thinking they are greener pastures.
You see, if you look at the downfall